Welcome to Dream Vision 7, Radio Network's Wisdom Bites with David Hoffmeister.
Willingness is something that, you have to offer. That's why in A Course in Miracles, he keeps just saying, just offer your little willingness. He says it over and over and over in the Course. Just offer your little willingness. And he does one place in the Course where he basically says it takes great willingness to see that all events and outcomes and situations are helpful, are for your good. So there's all these little willingnesses and one great willingness, which would be all things work together for good. There are no exceptions, and everything is the divine flow. Nothing's ever been wrong. Some of you might have seen when I post that Oprah Winfrey talk I posted where she was like saying, there are no mistakes. There are really no mistakes. You can never make them. She's all lit up. It's just that moment of starting to see there's a perfection there, and it always has been. It wasn't that the mistakes were real. They were tricks too, to bring guilt. And so ultimately the willingness is something that you can and must offer. That's why every day, I am willing. I am here only to be truly helpful. Here I am, Lord. It's what Jesus gave Helen to tell Bill Thetford. He wanted a prayer, and she gave him, here I am, Lord, a 4-word prayer for Bill. Give this to Bill. He'll need this because he won't get lost in this. Here I am, Lord. That was the phrase that Jesus gave through Helen to Bill to really focus on. And you could even have a 3-word prayer. I am willing. As you wake up in the morning, I am willing for miracles. I am willing to open my heart. I am willing to follow you, Holy Spirit. I am willing to serve your plan, God. You can put whatever variation you wanted, but that's what you can offer. You can offer willingness. And the more you offer it, the broader it gets towards that great willingness, that's beyond anything of this world. It's a different way of looking at the world is what the ultimate outcome is. It's a different perspective on the world. It's the Holy Spirit's forgiven world is the highest you can go. Now readiness is one of those things that human beings can't even begin to comprehend readiness because it's not something that's time and it's not in time and space. Some of you are familiar with the Urantia book, and in the Urantia book it says that Jesus went through lifetimes of preparation to be ready for his bestowal as the Christ. In other words, there was I think 7 bestowals, which isn't bad when you hear about some of these past life regressions. 150 what? Am I the dunce of the universe or whatever, So Jesus had 7 bestowals, and then the 7th bestowal was the Christ lifetime, was the waking up. You've heard Gary Renard, Disappearance of the Universe, talk about, it's not my time this lifetime, but next lifetime I get, enlightened. And then there's talk of different ones and different lifetimes. But so you see, he had to be ready, we'll say, from that metaphor. Number 7, lucky 7. He was ready to go all the way, to accept the atonement, we'll say, from that perspective in that lifetime. Other lifetimes all point you to the same direction, because there's only one direction to go, and that's God. It's not like there's multiple dimensions, and I want to see this God in this galaxy and go meet that God over in that galaxy. No, there's just one God, and so it's all one direction. But it's how ready am I to accept the atonement, and that's what I was talking about with readiness. But it's not something that can be grasped by humans, because it's almost like, if you had to throw human words to it, almost like the accumulation of readiness from however many bestowals or lifetimes you seem to have lived. You're just building that momentum, and that's what even Eastern texts, when they talk about karma and reincarnation, that you keep incarnating and reincarnating, coming towards perfection. You're moving through time and space and being carried and drawn back by the light, back into the light, as the light. And that's what awakening is.